All right, time to get into action. So right below this video, you are going to see a link to get your 21 questions to an irresistible high ticket offer worksheet. And it's going to look like this. And when you come down in here, you have pretty much, there are going to be 21 questions. And by answering these questions, you're going to be able to persuasively and effectively communicate the value you bring to the table and get clients that are hungry for what it is that you offer. So there's basically two ways that you can complete this. One is the fast track so that you don't get stuck. You literally set a timer. You can pull up, go to Google and just Google online timer, or open up an app on your phone, your timer, and set it for 60 seconds and then hit start. And every question, you get 60 seconds. And at the end of those 60 seconds, whether it's perfect, whether you're finished, whatever, just move on. You can come back later and polish up your answers, make them better, tidying them up, whatever you need to do. But the object is to get it completed. 60 seconds each, and then you're able to move forward. So then the next thing is going to be, the second option is the buddy method. So you grab a friend, you grab someone that's close to you, a family member or whatever, somebody that's going to be honest with you, somebody that's not going to want to punch you in the face, and spend 10 minutes on each question, discussing it over before you move on. So now, I have it down here that if you need help, you can jump on a clarity call with myself or one of my advisors. This is a free call, and ultimately, it's just to get you clarity. It's to get you clarity on how to actually implement this in your business. If you're having troubles getting this done yourself, or you just want somebody who's been there, done that, and able to kind of guide you through setting up a game plan to see what that would look like. So there's a place to click here, or inside of the membership area, right on the side, there is a picture and with a little bit of text and maybe even a link below it that's saying need help. It's a weird, goofy picture of me holding my hands up, most likely. And you can click there and you can schedule a call that way as well. But if you look down here, you can kind of get an example of what these questions will look like. So what's the name of your offer? You want to make your intellectual property. So you want to name it. This is your signature program. This is going to be that whole shiny object thing that's like, ooh, what's that? That sounds interesting. And then in one or two sentences, describe what it is. In one or two sentences, who is this offer perfect for? So this comes directly from your 4 alignment questions that we talked about in an earlier video. So, and then why would they buy this? What would be the reason? Why should they buy this right now? Why is this something that's urgent, not something that's like, I could do it. Maybe, maybe not. It's whatever. You want to know why do they need this? Why do they want to buy this? Why do they want to buy this now? And then what's your big promise? What amazing result will they receive? What do they get when they buy? What's featured in it? What does it cost? Paid in full? What are your payment options? Like I was saying before, you want to pick this. This is going to be your mid ticket on the value ladder that we talked about earlier in the section on value ladder. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that. Let's go in order. Let's get that done, and then come back here to the implementation portion of the masterclass training. So, no less than $2,000. Sweet spot is anywhere from 6 weeks and up to 12 weeks. But I found that some of the best ones are 6 to 8 weeks. There's a school of thought out there that, you're just selling 6 months, 12 months, and then, $2,000. So it's a tendency for people to think, well, if I'm going to charge higher prices, I have to give more and more of myself, which is the complete backwards way to think about things, because you can't leverage your time. There's only one you to go around. So you want to leverage your time and then figure out and determine your price and stick to it. If you're going to have payment options, go ahead and determine them up front. How people are going to pay. Is there anything else sold alongside it? Is there upsells or downsells, one-time offers? Do you have bundles that you can add to it to increase the perceived value? What makes this offer amazing and exciting for your potential client. So it has that shiny object effect. And then what's the primary problem that this offer solves? What secondary problems does this offer also solve? Why do they want to get this problem fixed? What is the driving mental, psychological, or financial, or health, or relational problems, or things that are factors that are driving it? What's in the fine print? What's the refund policy? I don't suggest that you do sessions, but if you have them, what are those session policies? Discount policies, contractual information. You want to decide these things up front, not in the heat of the moment inside of a conversation with a potential client and emotions are high and you start to cave in on yourself and start to coach for free, reducing your prices, whatever the case may be. So you're able to hold to your guns with your conviction because of what value you provide that you decided up front. How long will it take to get results? Like I said, roughly about 6 to 8 weeks is where you want to keep the program. And we're going to go through in the next video and map out your actual course, your transformation process, like we discussed. So what makes this offer a no-brainer decision that they can't resist? Like, they'd be insane not to do this because it's exactly what they need and then some. So what are the major phases or steps? 3 to 5 steps for your offer. We're going to go over that in the next video, and it's often called a framework. So what's the framework that you walk these people through? This is the transition. This is the transformation. This is your journey from slavery from the South to the North to freedom, like Harriet Tubman. This is the journey you're walking them through. What objections will your prospects have? And then how are you going to overcome them? What are you going to say? What are you going to do? What are you offering in your program that already answers those objections you know that they are possibly going to be giving you? So what is your prospects better off buying, or why is your prospect better off buying this than not buying this? So what is there to gain? The with them, what's in it for me factor for them. So why should they buy from you and not your competitors? What is it about you that is different? What's your unique selling proposition or unique selling point? What makes you not just another Me Too offer? And why do you believe in your ability to get your clients results? So those are the 21 questions. Go ahead and get this done. Like I said, you have to be a doer. We're no longer consumers. We're not here to passively just consume information and go on to the next course and the next thing and the next lead magnet and the next program without actually getting the work. What actually makes results is you actually doing the things that you learn and the things that I'm sharing with you now. So that's it. Congrats. Either you do this in the 1 minute per question route or you took more time than that discussing each question with a buddy. But either way, you are now another huge step forward, closer to landing your next paying client or even your first paying client. Now, if you need help with the actual sales process, down here you're going to see a link. I did a 6-figure sales clinic masterclass where I broke down the exact strategy that myself and my sales team has used to generate multiple 5-figure months consistently like clockwork. I break down and I show you all the objection handling. I give you my personal scripts of what I say, the questions I ask, that is very conversational so that you don't have to feel sleazy or salesy or be nervous or like get this feeling of like I don't really know what to say to prospects and kind of have this, I call it PTSD, post-traumatic sales disorder, when you have some experience when trying to offer your services and you get rejected or you just come up against some type of horrible resistance that makes you feel like, ew, I am never doing it again. So this is going to allow you to be able to sell with ease and sell with authenticity and get people begging and literally thanking you after your calls because they felt like just that one call was worth the price of the entire program. So that's it. I want you to go ahead and get into action with this. Print it out, whatever you have to do, and go ahead and get this completed.